Hi lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Stranad and here is Belly's Tick Gist. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload videos, you will be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for all the love and support. To those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, you guys are the real MVP. Thank you so much for all the love and support. So lovelies, I came by this video on my For You page on TikTok, and this actually got a lot of people talking, where people were talking about how women, or not people, men are actually talking about how women over 30 are just half off. This got me, thinking. And a lot of women stitched videos, talking about, oh my goodness, 30 is a new 20. Guys, I'm just going to roll the clip as well as the stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational purposes. So please share this video, subscribe to my channel if you're here to do that, and let's dive into
Women,
it.
what part of nature don't you understand? Your best years is 18 to 30. After 30, you're half off.
I just watched the video, dude talking about women are half off at the age of 30. No, they're not. I don't think some of you have really dealt with a grown woman who's out of that immature stage, one where you can walk into her own crib and it's set up right, because the ambiance in a grown woman's crib is amazing. For some reason, they always got a little furry dog running around the place, but we're not going to talk about that. But they're not going to play those immature games with you. They go make sure you good. You don't got to sit up there and try to be like, damn, you're not going to do nothing for me. No, she going to make sure you good as long as you make sure she good. Especially they take care of themselves. They in the gym. They do what they need to do to stay right because that's what they want to do, and it looks amazing on them. That's another plus. And please don't get me started on their style. There is nothing better than that grown, sexy look. That I'ma be fully covered, but it's still sexy on me, like that Savannah James style. Perfect. Every time. I'll take that over the slutty look of the I'm 21, I'm about to go to a nightclub and y'all are tripping. But please keep sleeping on these grown women. And this goes like 28 up, all that. I'm about to hit 30. Y'all keep sleeping on them.
These men fail to realize is that you don't get to set the price on something you do not own. You don't get to determine what's half off. You don't own this store. I own this store. You don't get to tell me my worth. I determine my worth because I own me, not you or anybody else. You don't even get to bargain with me about my worth. You can't bargain me down to 50%. Baby, 50% off. The price has tripled. Once I hit 33, honey, that price tripled. Get with the program.
How do you think a 31-year-old looks like? I posted this video yesterday. There were so many comments like this. I really want to know, what do you think a 31-year-old looks like? Because 30 is not old. 31 is not old. 32, 33. So I need the girls that are in their 30s to stitch this video to show people that 30 is not old. Okay? Like, let's just stop with this misconception that you're grandma when you're 30. I definitely don't think I look old for my age, but there are some people in the comments that were saying I looked like 19. Stop the cap.
Hey girl, about to be 31 this year. They say 30 is the new 20. Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to be roasted like that one girl, so I'm not going to say that I look a lot younger than my age. I'm 34, and I think that I look 34. I look like I'm in my 30s, because what does that even mean? I know that's the point of the video, but I feel like all my friends who are in their 30s look like they're in their 30s, because 30 is not old. We look like we're in our 30s, and that's fine. My mom, also, she's 60, and she looks amazing, but I don't think 60 is old. Also, my mom is Korean and Puerto Rican, and from what it sounds like I don't know what her dad looked like, but it sounds like he was Afro-Latino, so honestly, maybe she has genetics on her side. But I still don't think 60 is old. I don't think 30s is old. And once you're out of your 20s, you start understanding that, because, I don't know, just people start thinking you're old, and then you become 30 and you're like, oh, that's just dumb. Like, that's just being a young person and not understanding that 30s is also young. When my fiance and I booked our venue for our wedding, the person who was working I think she was like in her 20s, and she was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you guys are in your 30s. I hope I look like you when I'm your age." And I get that all the time. And it's like kind of insulting, but also 30s isn't old, so.
I'm 31 and I have a theory about why people think that 30s are really old. And partially, I think it's a generational thing because as millennials and then also Gen Z, we grew up seeing 30-year-olds, aka our parents, working jobs that they don't like, raising a family that maybe they didn't really want, really hating their lives, right? And doing things because they have to, and not doing things that really light them up. They were stressed out. They were not drinking enough water. They were probably smoking or around people who smoked all the time. And so growing up in this generation and being 30 in this generation of millennials who aren't having kids unless they really want them, are pursuing careers that are mostly like working remote and being able to travel, drinking a lot of water, understanding that smoking ages your skin, and just like generally taking better care of ourselves. This is what we get now. This is what 30-year-olds look like now. But I do think that in the mindset of the generation before us, when you were 30, yeah, you were looking kind of haggard. Like you were looking stressed out, dehydrated, unfulfilled. And that really brought your whole energy down, as well as maybe what you physically looked like. So I think that there are layers to this. I think there are levels to this. Like, oh my God, you don't look like you're 30. It's like, well, I don't look like a 30-year-old Gen Xer. I don't look like a 30-year-old, baby boomer. But yes, this is what 30-year-olds look like now because we're taking better care of ourselves. We're not doing things that we resent. We are fulfilling the desires of our heart. We're happy.
So lovelies, apparently a guy on TikTok is going viral by talking about how women that is over 30 years is half of, and their bashing years is over. That he went ahead to talk about so many things, even include after he must have given birth, that your body will not return the way it is, maybe no more the way it is, and that's when you are half of your, in short, your young and youthful age is just over because you just clocked 30 years. And this actually got a lot of people reacting. A lot of women reacted to it, which I actually posted the first video on my main channel, which happens to be Belinda's channel. I'll be leaving the link so you can check it out, check my other channel out and all of that. So a lot of women advocating for him, trying to shame on why he feels that women that is over 30 years is old, and oh my God, their life is. And sometimes I feel to understand that these people don't even know what is 30 years. Like women under this age is at the verge of achieving so many things in life. In this age, is they are at the peak of their success, the peak of their career. Most of them have already given birth. Most times, most of them in their marriage, even if they don't want to get married, they're already in their career wise, they're already in the peak of their success story, which even some guys cannot even attest to that in that age. There are so many, if you check very well, there are so many 30 years guys who are not even up to the level of will I call it success compared to that of a woman. Women actually succeed more faster compared to a man, if you may ask me. Like, I don't know why this guy is actually coming for women over 30 years, trying to call them half off because they feel that by then must have probably given birth. Like, how could you even use that as a factor? And the guy even stitching his video, if you see the way he's looking, calling women, bashing women, and trying to even mock them with the body of their after giving birth and all of that. Do you or can you stand the level at which women, or what the women go through while giving birth to these babies? It's not easy being a woman. You have to deal with so many things. You have to deal with bringing in a child into this world. This is why so many women are now opting out to be child-free by choice, because it's not so easy for someone to bring up a child into this world. And after all the struggles, after all the late nights, sleepless nights, the cravings, oh my God, then you have to come out here to call these women a half-off, because you feel that, okay, their body has been changed because of the pregnancy or because of the stress they go through. Like, you as a man, will you actually, pass through all of those things? And sometimes I even wonder why these men have pot belly. Some of these men that have pot belly, like, why and how? You don't carry a child, you don't give birth, and you that is even talking about women that's half of in the toilet, you're sitting down there with your pot belly. You're comparing yourself with a woman that actually carried a child inside her tummy, and you don't have any child in the tummy, nothing, and you have a very big belly, and you're here trying to body shame a woman that passed through labor and delivery, pregnancy, and all of that. Oh my goodness. Without even realizing that such women that you call half of they're already in the peak of their independence. They're already in the peak of achieving their profession. They're making enough money. Most of them are even done giving birth. Some of them have already achieved so many things that you in the toilet talking about how half of they are and how their body might change because of the childbirth and all of that. They are much more better than you. Like, women should watch out for such kind of a man. This is a man that can actually emotionally abuse a woman, a man that can emotionally torment or body shame a wife that's passed through all said and done just to give you a child. There are so many scenarios where a husband or wife, after so many years of marriage with bringing up a child, this is when this man will realize that, oh my God, my own woman or my wife is no more attractive. I need to look out there. But you never knew that she's gonna be unattractive when you were there, dating her, and she's bringing a child into this world, and now you forgot about all those sacrifices. You yourself, you're feeling that way about your wife. Do you know what she's actually because feeling? You don't know what it means to be in her position. You don't know what it means to wear her shoes. You just have the nerves to just talk about, oh my goodness, how women are half of, how unattractive they will look after 40. Have you ever talked about how half of you will look after 40? Some men, tend to look somehow after 40, like seriously, like jokes about, like seriously. And sometimes I realize, like, why would they do that? How would they look that way? We are meant to understand that men or women age more than a man. But now, these days, what I'm seeing, I'm seeing something different. The way at which women, after giving birth, that is when the baby girl's life, decided to come up. And you are here talking about how a woman will look after for actually trying to bring in a child to this world. This is what even provokes me, for him to bring in having babies and maybe changing your body types and all of that. You're trying to work or trying to body shape a woman that brought in a child, somebody like you, into this world. But you have not even put up to bed. But look at the way you were looking. Like, seriously. Oh my God. That's why when I saw this, I was like, oh my goodness, I'm just going to pull these stitches up, because enough of all this scenario, enough of all this people talking about, oh my God, you're old, you're this, you're that. Like, seriously, it's not even easy to be a woman. It's not easy. Enough of people trying to make you feel as if, oh my God, your era is finished because you are past 30 years old. Like, 30 years old is the new 20, because these 20s are still a baby. 20s are still babies. They're still like, trying to, some of them are still probably graduating from universities or college, or trying to work on their career to become. But in that 30 years old, you're already at the peak of your career, and that is when you have to eat the money that you've made on your 20s. So, what are you talking about? Nothing like a half-half. Nothing like that. You are actually the one losing because you don't know what you're talking about. So, enough of all these kind of men and their stereotype, they're trying to come and bash women because you feel that, oh, I am a narcissist and all of that. No. And women should watch out for such men, because this is the kind of people that will emotionally torment you after they must have, dating you, marry you, give you, impregnated you, give birth to them. That is when they will now begin to show their narcissistic characters and behavior and trying to put you into depression, making you feel as if you're now less of yourself as a woman. No. Anyways, lovelies, why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational purposes. So please share this video, subscribe to my channel if you're here to do that, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.